Hey, what's up, everybody? How are you? It's Hitman 23, and it's just about 9 o'clock on Saturday night, and I'm doing my video tonight on a couple of things. You probably saw me today if you watched Collector's Dream Orlando's channel. We were at a show in Fort Lauderdale. It's the monthly South Florida show they hold at the Roadway Inn in Fort Lauderdale. It's a good little show. Definitely worth going to if you live in the area. Most definitely worth going to. It was a little slower today, which I don't mind. I mean, because it's not as many people, so you can get around a lot easier. But, I can tell, like, the dealers were a little bummed. People weren't buying as much. In fact, one of the dealers said that the last two shows have been a little light. It's a tough time right now. It's the holiday season. People just may not have that extra money to spend. Shit, I don't have that extra money to spend, but, it's a drug. I'm addicted. I love to buy and increase my collection and add things to my collection. So, I did buy stuff today. But, you can definitely feel that kind of like in the air with the dealers. And, right now it's, the market's a little bit on the downside, which, hey, for collectors and buyers, that's a great thing, right? But it was awesome again. Yet I get to see Orlando again, which is always a great thing. So we got to hang out and we had lunch together, and it was just really, really great time seeing Orlando as always. And I picked up a lot of stuff between the show and what I've gotten in the mail over that past few days. So I guess I'll show you what I've gotten in the mail first, and I'll show you what I got at the show. So the first couple of things I got in the mail were a couple of books. Now, again, I'm going to mention Orlando again because he did a video, I don't know, last week about baseball books, baseball card books, just a general sport of baseball books. And I said, that's a part of my collection, because it's all kind of encompassing not just cards, but, memorabilia and books. I think it's an important part of that. And I said, I really got to bolster my baseball book library because I'm not a huge reader. I wouldn't say I'm an avid reader at all, but I do enjoy books. I like baseball card books that have a lot of information in them. And I know it's a lot of information that we can get probably online, but there's something to be said for a book to be able to pick up and just kind of sit down and go through it. Like really look at the pictures and be able to see them, kind of live, right? Then on a screen. So the first thing I picked up was the Rea Catalog because, you can request this for free. And it is thick. And it has got some amazing, not that I'm going to be buying anything from this auction, but it's a really, really cool reference. It's a really cool reference. And I'm glad, Orlando mentioned that, so I picked that up. And it's definitely something while I'm sitting down watching my true crime, I'll be thumbing through this and learning more about cards. And especially about cards, pre-war. I don't really know much about pre-war, to be honest with you. And I don't really own. I own maybe 2 pre-war cards, I believe. It's always an area I've been very interested in, wanting to get to know more about and adding cards to my collection. And this is a great start to be able to, do that. So we got the REA auction book, and I got the Hager's Guide, Comprehensive Price Guide to Rare Baseball Cards, 1886 to present. And I believe this goes to like 1990... let's see here. What is 90 Leaf? 91 Topps Desert Shield. Okay. So it goes to 1991. And, I ordered this book as a used book. It doesn't have the dust cover, which is fine. That doesn't matter to me. But what was cool is when I opened it up, it's actually signed by the author, Alan Hager. So I thought that was kind of cool. It was a little extra bonus. It wasn't in the description of the book. So, I just started reading this a little bit last night about the author. He's got an interesting life, and Again, highly recommend you getting this book, especially if you want to learn more about, pre-war cards, because it breaks down a lot of the sets. I definitely didn't get it for the values, because these are like 30-year-old values, right? Anyway, but I got it for the information that it's gonna talk about the sets and some of the players, and about grading and all that stuff. So this is a very cool reference book. So I picked that up. Next, what else did I get? All right, so in the mail in the last couple of days, I've gotten some cards. Guys, I'm super close. I got 2 more Veda Pinson cards in the mail today. That leaves me 1 card to complete the run. And then as soon as I complete that run, I will do a nice tabletop presentation of Veda Pinson cards. But of the last 3 I need, here's 2. And 1 is this beautiful 1963 Fleer Veda Pinson. And I had not owned a 63 Fleer yet, so this kind of takes 2 things off my list: the Veda Pinson registry and a 63 Fleer card, because again, I like to try to have as many different representations as possible. And that card is gorgeous. Now, you can tell it's an old flip, so it's an older graded card, and it does have a stain. I mean, I really don't ever really talk about the grades I get. I don't really, it doesn't really matter to me. All that matters to me is how the card looks. Okay, that's all that really matters when I buy them. But I will mention down here, it says, it's got a stain and it's got an ST designation. And I tell you something, I looked all over this card. I don't know what they're talking about. I would probably have to look closer, maybe with a loop or something. The back is super white. I don't see any stains on there unless it's like this there. I'm assuming maybe it's this back here. I'm assuming maybe it's that. If that's what it is, who cares? The card is absolutely gorgeous. That card is razor sharp and just, stark white. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous card. So it doesn't matter if those little stains on the back made this number an 8. So I don't care. That ST doesn't bother me. I look at that card, and my first thing, I go right to the card, and that's it. That's what I see. I see a beautiful card. So got the 63 Fleer Veda Pinson, which is interesting because I guess when I started the set, I didn't realize I just did the Veda Pinson. I didn't do the specific top set. I guess I chose whatever. Maybe it was the only Veda Pinson set in it PSA. I didn't really go crazy looking for different types of Veda Pinson sets. There's the master set, the master top set, this, that, and the other thing. But it's the only Fleer card in the registry. So if I'm gonna do the registry, I'm gonna do the registry. So got the 63 Fleer, very cool card. Next one, the Pent Ultimate card. I have 1 more after this. I got this really, really sharp 1972 Veda Pinson. Now he's shown as an angel here, but he probably here is in an airbrushed Cleveland Indians uniform, because he was on the Indians year prior. And what I love about this card is the old Yankee Stadium in the background. This is before Yankee Stadium was refurbished in 1973. It was actually shut down for a few years while they refurbished it. But now it's completely gone. But that's a photo of the old Yankee Stadium, how it looked when Babe Ruth and Mickey Mantle played there, right? So that's a very cool card. And, of course, the back, again, and the psychedelic front. And I always said this looks like a psychedelic, like, gravestone marker or something. Very cool card. And that leaves me to the 1967 Veda Pinson is my last one that I need. And that's a little bit of a tougher card in terms of pricing because it is a high number. So, but I will be getting that probably in the next few weeks to finish off that run. And then I'll tell you who the next player I'm going to do is. So, I got this card off of this guy from eBay. So, if you want to check him out, go for it. So, there's a little shout out to that guy. I got to add these to my registry later. What else did I get in the mail? I got this nice little group of cards. I got 5 cards, shipped and everything, and taxes and whatever, anything else you want to add into it. These 5 cards cost me $11.97. All right. I think that was a great deal. The cards actually were 99 cents a piece, right? And they were definitely cards you don't pass these up. So the first one I'm going to show you is a card that I've, not the specific player, but the specific set, which I think is one of the coolest sets ever. It's a 1976 Topps basketball. It's one of the tall boys. And these, one of the coolest sets I think ever. I love, love, love this design. I think the side is cool with the basketball going into the net. And 99 cents, I had to pull the trigger on that. Card is razor sharp and just fantastic. So I wanted to add one of those, and I did. And here's the cool backs of those. Very easy to read. So there's a 1976 Topps Mike Riordan. A tall boy. And then the next grouping of cards is I picked up these 1964 Topps Supers. These are low-hanging fruit cards. They're the common of the common, the common folk cards. But again, razor sharp cards. I get 99 cents a piece. I mean, a guy at the show today was selling these same cards for $5 a piece. And these are in much better condition. So jumped on those. And in fact, the seller of these reached out to me and he said, you know, I'm posting more 64 Supers. So I'm going to go definitely check that out and see what else he's put up there. Because it's definitely a set I want to build. And it's just one of those classic sets that's not going to break the bank, per se. So, yeah. Those 4 Topps Supers. And, of course, the back with the newspaper style writing. So those are just beautiful. Love them. Love them, love them, love them. And I think that's it for the mail over the last few days. Now we're going to look at the stuff I picked up at the show. Picked up, cool little things, little cards, a little memorabilia-ish stuff. So the very first thing I picked up was this $10 Toys R Us exclusive 2005 McFarlane Don Mattingly Mini. I've never seen that before. And I said, that I have to have. So I got the Mini. I got this for $10. I got, I paid sticker for that. But then I got 2 other things from this guy. He gave me a really good deal on the rest of the stuff. So I picked up the little Don Mattingly. My wife is a huge Paul O'Neill fan. So am I. I love Paul O'Neill. Love him, love him. And he has a bobblehead. And we picked that up. All right. And what was cool was, I saw the price on it, and you see right there, it's $45. And when Elisa saw it, she's like, oh, and Paul, I'm like, I'm not paying $45 for that bobblehead. I'm not. Just not going to do it. I said if it was, if it was 20, I probably would buy it. So she goes up to the guy. She goes, would you take 20 for that Paul O'Neill bobblehead? He said, sure, why not? $20. He got it for $20. Now, it was interesting because on the box, he had it marked for 40, right? Because this is the box for it. And then on the actual bobblehead himself, he has it marked for 45. Again, it's worth whatever people are willing to pay for it, So we got it for 20, and I'm happy because that's, to me, nice heavy-duty bobblehead, not cheap. It's not one of these cheap plasticky ones that have been more common lately. So I got the Warrior Paul O'Neill, and then for $5, I got this really, I don't know if I would call it creepy. It's just an odd piece. It's from 1988. It's in the packaging, and the packaging is pretty bad on it, but I think I'm going to keep it in there anyway. It's just 1988 baseball superstar statues of my boy Donnie Baseball. And you can see there his name. And, it's kind of got nondescript players on it. And it is licensed, I guess, because it does have the Yankee logo. But it's kind of like, it's definitely a strange piece. And for $5, that's an all day, every day, twice on Sunday purchase for me. Yes, the packaging's a little yellowed, but I think it's a cool piece anyway. So again, building up the cachet for the future card room, guys. Hopefully, it all works out. So I got that. And then the last pieces are the cardboard, what cards I picked up. So first thing I picked up out of this guy's, these were like, I don't know, 75 cents each, I believe. They weren't the 7-cent cards that we were looking at, me and Orlando saw, but these are 75 cents each, and just cards I just liked for the PC. So I picked up this nice wild card of Charles Mann. Again, one of my favorite all-time Redskins. Charles Mann, great defensive end in the glory days era. And got this beautiful playoff Art Monk. It's kind of got a little, I don't know if you would say it's shiny, but it's got a little bit of a kind of a sheen to it. Didn't have that one, so I picked that up. And there's the back. Then I got this 1970, I guess this would be from 76 Topps. I got the nice Charlie Taylor record breaker. Okay. And then I got a couple of 1987 Topps. I got the Gary Clark. I really like this set a lot. And I got Hall of Famer Darryl Green. Again, for 75 cents. Why not? And I got two of these 1,000-yard club inserts. And these are, from 87 Topps. Again, I got the Gary Clark and I got the George Rogers. So those will go in the team sets. And these will go in this will go on my set build because I'm actually slowly throwing together an 87 Topps football set. So that's that. Some cool stuff there. Next, I picked up, this is all from one seller. And I did pick up two more Top Supers. Again, low-hanging fruit players, but I picked up the Milt Pappas. And I picked up the Roy McMillan. So they really, Topps that year really made some interesting choices on players that they chose for this set. So again, very nice shape. This is the guy that, I paid $5 a piece for these. Maybe I overpaid a little bit compared to what I paid with those, but you don't. The guy's a great guy. He gave me a good deal on everything I bought from him, so they actually came out to less than $5 a piece. But they weren't 99 cents a piece. So I got those. I picked up just some random stuff out of his bins that he said anything marked, he had at half price. So he has, he had the Beckett price at the top, which we don't even pay attention to. Then he had his sales price, what he was selling for, but then it was half of the sales price. So I picked up this 1979 Bruce Bochy rookie for $4. The guy is a absolute surefire Hall of Famer. He just won his, 4th World Series? He's been to 5 World Series, right? Didn't he win 3 with the Giants? And he won just the one with the Rangers, and then he was in the World Series with the Padres against the Yankees in '98. So, so I had to pick that up. Bruce Bochy rookie. Here's a nice, probably future Hall of Famer. Had to pick up the Louis Tiant sign the autograph for the autograph PC. Okay. And this beautiful, nice 1968 Topps card of Chico Rice. And he's bunting right in front of the cage. Again, beautiful, beautiful card. Love the way the Reds look in the 68 design. I just love that blue, how it sets off against the red, the Reds uniform. Just looks really nice. So I got that. I got this gorgeous, gorgeous 1957 Mini Manoso. Again, inspired by Orlando, because I think he had picked this up a few weeks ago and showed it on his video. And when I saw it in his video, I'm like, I gotta find that card. And then we were in West Palm a few weeks ago. A guy had this in one of his bins, and somebody was good looking through it, and they bought it. So, lo and behold, this guy had a small stack of 57s today. Not that this card's any crazy card. It's a 138, so it's not a high number, but he had it, and I picked that up because this is a gorgeous card. I love the stance. The picture and the background looks great. I love the font on this card with the yellow and the red. It pops really well. So grab that. Just this nondescript 1958 Hal Smith in the catcher's gear for the catcher's PC. You don't really see this a lot on the vintage cards. You know, some, but not a ton. So I had to pick that up. And then another, I think there's another one in here. Yeah, there's a couple more actually. This really nice 1957 Mac Burke. Got that for the catcher's PC. Shout out to my Philadelphia buds up there. And another one, Tim Thompson, the Detroit Tigers on the 58 Topps flavor. Again, another catcher gear card, so all over that. And then we got a 57 Topps Vernon Law for the one franchise PC. Okay, picked up another Vernon Law card. Working on that always. And for my family tree PC, I picked up this nice 1957 Ray Boon. Okay, 3-generation family. Got Ray Boon, we got Bob Boon the son, and we got Aaron and Brett Boon the grandsons. So, will one of the, maybe Brett or Aaron Boone's sons play baseball and have a 4-generation family? Who knows? But pretty cool. Picked up that Ray Boon. And the last card is this really nice, I don't know why it's in a magnetic. He hasn't a magnetic. This is going to go in my binder. But it's this really nice 1957 Jim Gilliam for my one PC, or one franchise PC. So, nice looking card right there. A really good player. And that's it, guys. That's what I picked up over the last couple of days. Had a great time at the show, as always. Got to see Orlando. Got to see some beautiful cards. Got to pick up some really cool things for the collection. And got to tell you all about it. So I'm going to go take off, watch some true crime, relax, and catch you at the next video. May the cardboard God shine out upon each and every one of you. And happy Sunday tomorrow, guys. Enjoy your day and have some fun, maybe watching some football. Peace, guys. Take care. And I don't know. Let's have, I don't know, guys. Who's going to take us out tonight? Who's going to take us out? I don't know. I think I'm going to have, I don't know. I dig this. I'm going to have this card take us out tonight. This 1976 Topps Basketball Tall Boy. And you know, these are the same size as the Topps Supers from 64. Same size. I didn't realize that. So, all right, I'm blabbling on and on. So here you go, guys. Have a great night, and I'll see you at the next video. Peace. Take care.